very good evening and a warm welcome to all the crypto buddies. I would like to welcome you all to the land of cryptos. I'm Rekha Khan, your host for the webinar, and we have with us today Mr. Simon joining in from Berlin and Mr. Ajoy Pathak from India, who are expert on Metaverse industry. Today, we're going to be talking about the future of fashion in Metaverse. And now that you've joined, you would notice that you all are in mute. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, please write them on the chat section. At the end of the webinar, we will be holding a Q&A where all the queries of the participant would be answered by our speakers. From the creator of Odin, MCX, and IEX, here is yet another credible and exchange-neutral platform a user can rely on while working towards the path of crypto and blockchain understanding. Starting from education to knowledge to all the latest news, all covered under one super app, Crypto Wire. From a novice to a professional trader, every market participant can have a slice of information readily available on the touch of their fingers. Let me first take you through the world's first crypto university, Crypto TV, and Crypto Wire services. We all know that crypto and blockchain ecosystem is emerging at an immense speed. And to keep a track of all the events, prices, and news looks to be difficult. So what if we have an app like our buddy who walks with us, thinks like us, and responds to what we expect? Yes, you heard it right, your own global crypto super app, Crypto Wire. Let me now take you through the app briefly. Here is a global crypto super app, Crypto Wire. Let's start with the homepage of the app, which covers all the three pillars: Crypto University, Crypto TV, and Crypto Wire services. Under the Crypto Wire services, we have rolled out India's first global index of cryptos, IC15. This is yet another feather in Crypto Wire's hat. It tracks the performance of the top 15 cryptocurrencies globally based on market capitalization. Crypto enthusiasts and crypto traders can take informed decisions based on IC15. Under the WireWatch section, in this we can monitor the best exchange to buy and the best exchange to sell a particular cryptocurrency. In the center of the screen, you can see the arbitrage opportunity available between the two exchanges for the same cryptocurrency. There are more than 350 cryptocurrencies listed on our platform, along with 70 plus exchanges worldwide. Coming to Crypto TV, it's an exclusive 24/7 mobile IPTV covering everything on crypto and blockchain ecosystem. It is currently available in 4 different languages: English, Hindi, Gujarati, and Marathi. Coming to our Crypto University, being the world's first digital university to offer courses on crypto and blockchain, we can find the best courses offered by MIT and University of Michigan in a single click of the app. With this, I would like to introduce you all to our first speaker of today, Mr. Simon. Simon is a skilled entrepreneur with more than 10 years of experience in digital marketing, community building, and event management. In his first co-founded fashion startup, he was helping Polish designers to launch their collection and build communities. From small music events to big fashion trade shows, he has managed and organized and promoted more than 50 high-scale music events in the lifestyle space, working with top artists from fashion, art, and music industry. After moving to Berlin, Germany, he started his career in tech startups to learn and prepare for the project that launched at the end of 2021. For 5 years, he was guiding marketing departments in deep tech companies, kickstarting community building, marketing efforts, and fundraising. At the current project in Madison DAO, he is focusing on building a digital Web3 ecosystem for fashion designers and luxury fashion brands, with special tools and virtual spaces for events and exhibitions. Join me in welcoming Simon for today's event. Hi, Simon.
Hello. Hello, everyone. It's very nice to be here. Thank you for your invitation.
Welcome.
So today I will speak more about the fashion industry in the metaverse. What is the potential future? What I believe is core to making it all possible and making the shift to digital faster, and more equitable for people. What I really believe the key is to do it is collaboration. And in this presentation today, I will exactly explore what kind of collaboration, what kind of co-creation I actually mean for the industry. I will share my presentation. So my name is Simon. I'm the founder of Maison DAO, which is an art tech collective, decentralized brand, and a digital fashion ecosystem builder. What I'm trying to achieve and what is the base of my learnings for the last 4 or 5 years when I started in the blockchain industry is that decentralization is key to many things. Of course, some of the stuff have to be centralized and we still need curation for some parts of the business, but actually running something like a fashion brand could be totally possible in a decentralized way. Because what is brand about? Is it more about the designer? Is it more about community? Or maybe about all of these elements working together to create something bigger? And that's what I think it is. We can work together with our communities, together with artists, together with other stakeholders, and build a more equitable future for all. And that's why when I was thinking about launching a brand, launching this new project, I decided to go in a decentralized way by launching a DAO. We are now gathering the members, gathering the community to start and actually launch the token later this year. I think the timeline for it is around 2-3 months. So stay in touch and follow us to be updated about these things as well. And then you will be able to have even impact over the future Maison DAO collections. But that's the part of decentralization. Second part, the first part, Art Tech Collective. It is because we gathered more than 20 people who are experts in the industry. Either it's 2D design, 3D design, digital fashion, avatars, DeFi space, or blockchain or marketing. I gathered this collective to be able to, from one side, help brands in their journey in the metaverse. So to be able to, when any kind of brand is coming to us, to be able to say, yeah, we can support you with the avatars for your digital fashion collection. Or we have architect, ex-Zaha Hadid architect, Shafiq Zerouki, who is our creative director in terms of architecture, and he will be helping with building the environments and venues. So that's about me. The intro about me myself was kind of good, so thank you very much. That's about Maison DAO, and we can go further into the presentation. So, the future of digital fashion. I see that in upcoming years, more and more fashion, lifestyle, and art brands will focus on merging the digital experiences and real-world experiences. And that will be the main factor how they will build their communities. Because more or less, brands understand right now that new generations, like Generation Z, they prefer and they already think about their digital identity more than they think about the real identity. According to the data, 57% of Gen Z actually value the digital identity more than the real world one. And what I believe is the potential future for us is merging and mixing these two identities in a one identity for the future. Exactly. Why I think that will be the case? As I mentioned before in a previous slide, the Generation Z, for them, the identity is much more important, the digital one than the real world one. And there is a big ability for brands in the industry to create these new systems, new platforms, new worlds that are much more inclusive and democratized, because that's what Generation Z actually wants. That's one of the first generations that are putting their values at the forefront of their decisions. They want to buy from brands that are aligned on their vision. They want brands to be sustainable. They want to care about social issues. So in the way, I believe that will make the Web3 projects and the brands going into Web3 much more inclusive on the longer run. As you can see here on the right, there is an avatar from one of our designers, Jessica James, who is exactly exploring this kind of opportunities. what kind of avatars we can have, what kind of identities we can express through them. And that's why there is also the Alien collection to showcase what is actually possible in the metaverse. So how we can achieve it? I believe first with decentralization, second by co-creation, and third collaboration. And decentralization, as I understand it, for the fashion brands, it is mostly about guiding the brand values, guiding the brand direction to the future. In the marketing, probably we have some marketing experts around here on this webinar today. There was always saying, yeah, that customer will not tell you what he wants. Yeah, like it's not possible to discover what's the new product by just asking the user. But I think in Web3, it's more about going into the same direction together, and thanks to voting, thanks to governance, through tokens or through NFTs, that's what we can actually achieve. We can see which customers, which group of customers, which segment of the customers, what they desire the most, what is their plan, what they really need, and we can focus on delivering on this. One of the things that made me interested in the blockchain 5-6 years ago was exactly the use case for fashion for limiting waste. I kind of realized that if you build a tokenized system where all the elements in the supply chain are based on NFTs, then you can track them well, how they are being distributed, and then you can build a membership system on top of this. And somehow this sort of was realized by the idea of NFTs in the last 2-3 years, because what they are, the communities being created by selling the NFTs, is just a decentralized brand where the users can actually have impact over the decisions of the business or the company, but actually the brand itself. Secondly, co-creation. It is not only about brands building something, but it's also about independent designers, independent brands working together with their communities to create more interesting content. For example, one of these examples in the NFT world, in the metaverse, was collection of Adidas and Prada together, when they allowed for input from the community, and then the final piece was the creation of all of these things mixed together. So I think that is a very good use case and very good example of inviting community to actually co-create some piece of art that's then being sold. And then collaboration. Here, I mean only collaboration between brands and independent designers themselves, because if you really want to succeed, we have at Maison DAO, we have our motto, which is growing together. And that's what we really believe. It is only possible if you build bigger ecosystems, if you build opportunities and opportunities, chances, grant systems, launchpads for brands. And when you collaborate with others, then you can really achieve the success. So that's what I'm promoting at the forefront: how to make the collaboration between brands and designers more effective. And that's why what we are actually building with Maison DAO as well, and we got support from Aave Lens Protocol to build it, is a new social platform based on Lens Protocol for fashion designers. So one big part of the future of the fashion in the metaverse, I believe, is actually the platforms and the collaboration platforms and ways for brands and designers to collaborate faster, right? Because, for example, right now at Maison DAO, for me, it's possible to manage collaborations, right? I can talk to someone, I'm asking the designer, do you want to take part in this collaboration? Or they can bring the collaboration on their own, and then we are talking about it. But basically, the process is very much human as for now. But with this new platform, there will be a special module called Creator Match, which actually will allow for people who are artists to set up what kind of artists they need for collaboration, and then the algorithm is running to check the audiences, the interests, all this stuff together, and combine this as a one score, so we can see, okay, this is the perfect one for collaboration, maybe this one not. And that's actually what we are building as well. And I'm super excited about this future. We are in a cohort 0 of Lens protocol. And that's not only this, because there are interesting projects which are merging the real world and the metaverse. Not only the metaverse section, but allowing for people to have digital experience. So the real world item and the real world item and the digital item. And we are working with one of the high-tech brands, high-tech, high fashion brands actually in the sportswear realm called Phoebe Has. And they are designing real world items that are proved by NFT and validated. So that's one of their project is first, as you can see here, first ever blacker than black fabric made possible by reverse engineering the Gabon Viper. That's one of the brands that are working with us in Metondao, and it's very interesting to see their growth. I invite you all to check what they are doing. The other stuff that I see very relevant for the metaverse and the future of fashion is actually the sneakerhead culture. I don't know how familiar you are, but you all know that people are collecting Jordans, old editions of Nike shoes, modern editions, or Yeezys from Kanye West. There is a whole culture based on collecting shoes, but it is first kind of wasteful because they're mostly not wearing these shoes. I'm basically one of them, but they're basically buying shoes not to wear them, but actually to store them and sell for the future, right? And if you think about this, it is still actually a design and the scarcity that is provided by the maker. So I pretty much believe that that's what we can do also in a digital world, in the metaverse, through releasing of NFTs. And that's one, the pictures here is one of our own collections of digital sneaker. There will be a 3D printed one, very limited edition for, for people who wants to have a 3D printed one. And then other people will be able to buy skins, which will work as one shoe for the metaverse, and secondly, as a skins for those real ones that were bought by others. Yeah, the other side, of course, is digital fashion itself, the costumes, the avatars, all the things that you can do to actually express your digital identity more than just shoes. And that's what we are exploring as well. We already were invited by Kadeen James, Creative Technologies at Yahoo, to create a special fit for her Lisbona Fashion Week event. And that's what we created together with the video, with all the materials. And I think that this kind of collaborations, which is called direct to avatar, it is also one of the ways for the future. Yeah, that you will be able to, if you're a designer, to design items, especially for someone's avatar, like haute couture on demand fashion. Or when you're a user, you can actually order something special for your avatar that only you can use for in the future and authenticate it through NFTs. So yeah, there is also some interesting use cases around the world. For example, the brand Burberry went into very strong collaboration with the Blancos block party game. They released special skins, they released special character, which is playable in the Blancos block party game. So they already did it. And on top of it, there were real world activations, as you can see on the photo, when they were actually preparing the venues, making real world characters out of the characters created for the Blancos. The other use case that I really wanted to mention during this webinar is music industry. In music industry, it can show, it can be showcased in many ways. On the left, you can see Sami Tauber with her amazing avatar that's being created, that she created, and that she is acting with this avatar as a virtual influencer, virtual music artist. So she's making music videos, she's participating in photo shoots, and she's actually working with brands already to develop some special campaigns. So that's very, very important topic for virtual fashion, because what we are creating actually can be used in music videos and other digital content. On the right, you can see our digital influencer, Akaya. The last use case that I wanted to mention during this webinar is the membership clubs that I mentioned earlier on. It's really important that the benefits of launching an NFT collection is not only about just selling and having the revenue, but actually the long-term success is based on the membership and the members of the community. So if you're thinking about launching your project into the metaverse, the fashion one, please remember about the community aspect because it's the most important thing. Here you can see some examples from Maison d'Artists. This is the world we are building. So this is the metaverse idea. Of course, for this webinar, I'm not going to focus on this that much, but this is our city, our creations, our version of the metaverse that we are preparing right now. And yeah, this is it. My name is Simon, as you could see before, and also this is Shafiq, our creative director, Exaha lead architect. On the right, you can see what kind of designs he was preparing for his customers. So that's the direction that I want to go. That's why I wanted to showcase this part as well, because I believe for the future of fashion in the metaverse, what we really need is high quality designs, high quality venues, high quality worlds, and that's what I'm trying to achieve with my project. So if you want to work, just let me know. Thank you very much today for your time, and I hope we'll meet soon or chat soon with the people who attended it. I think if you have any questions, you can ask them right now as well, right?
Yeah, sure. Ajoy, before we go on with your session, we would want to just take up a few questions with Simon.
Sure, please go ahead.
Yeah, because I believe Simon has to rush into another meeting, which apparently
okay, no problem.
After.
By the way, excellent presentation, Simon, and we'll
Thank
definitely catch up at some point of time because see, I mean, I was interested in the blockchain, in the metaverse, Web3, NFTs, and things like that. I know a little bit about them, but fashion is something which is entirely new to me, and your presentation was amazing.
Just
thank you very much. It's very nice.
Information and a background of Mr. Ajoy Pathak, who is our second speaker. Simon, I think I should do that in front of you when you're around. Ajoy comes with a very good background of research and development and training. Being an early adapter in the technology field, he has great expertise in understanding the fundamentals of crypto and blockchain industry, and he does a lot of sessions for us. His passion for training and education has definitely got him a long way. So in short, like Ajoy is like our savior in most of the sessions. So whenever we have our sessions, we do invite him as well for sessions, and obviously he's always open to learning new things. So I have got a couple of got a couple of questions for you, Simon. I would like Ajoy, I hope you're okay with it.
Yeah, absolutely fine. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can you design clothes for the metaverse?
Me, myself?
So it's
not sure about the question. Yeah, because like me, myself, of course, I'm designing items for Metaverse already, and that's exactly what we are doing in our team. We are supporting other brands, and we are developing our own assets as well. The premiere of most of the assets will be in the next 2 months. We're gonna have a special drop on Fumijin Marketplace. We're gonna have a special drop on our marketplace. We're gonna also release avatar collection for some of the things we are creating. So yeah, definitely we are developing the fashion for the metaverse.
Okay, so the second question that we have is, how are fashion brands use NFTs?
Basically, what I've seen right now, most of them are trying the ground. Yeah, they're trying the water, checking what sticks and what could actually work. I presented earlier not presented, but I mentioned the use case about Adidas and Prada. That actually was one of the greatest use cases for brands that I can imagine. Yeah, they allowed to people who had the NFT to be able to take part into the final project, and then when the project was realized and sold, they could be part of it as well. So I think all the for fashion brands, what I believe the crucial benefit of NFTs is building brand brand loyalty and engagement over time, if it's done in a good way, obviously with the right partners.
Sure. There's one last question that I've got for Simon. Can I sell a product in the metaverse?
Yes, definitely. It is possible right now. It is possible in the Decentraland as for now, and some other platforms as well. I'm in our platform. We are now exactly exploring this solution. Might be ready in a month or two, and that will be already a big game changer for us when the marketplace can be visualized in 3D. That's exactly one of the goals that I'm having for the project.
Okay, cool. So those were the only 3 questions that we had got till
No
now.
worries.
Simon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this webinar. We would still continue the session with Joy
Yes.
on Metaverse, and it was great interacting with you.
Thank you, Simon. And I believe if you can participate, do participate in, because you know more about fashion than I do. I have tried to put something together, but obviously you can, pitch in with your expert comments into whatever I have prepared a little bit. Mostly, again, I didn't know what you were preparing, so kind of it is repetitive. You have covered a large portion of them. But then if you can, just continue, and whenever you feel that you have a paucity of time, you can just...
No. Unfortunately, because I have a big presentation for investors today, because we are fundraising, and that is something that I got known on the later stage. So excuse me to all the participants for the webinar, and of course to you, Ajoy. But I really need to attend this next meeting. But thank you very much for your time, and we can talk soon, right?
Definitely.
To exchange our knowledge and share. So thank you very much.
Thank you
all for participation, and thanks to CryptoWire for organizing it.
It was a pleasure listening to you, Simon. See you again.
Appreciate. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Simon. Bye. Hi, Joy.
Yeah. Let me just quickly share my screen.
Yeah, please.
So again, like I said, fashion for me is something very much new. So Metaverse in fashion industry is, you had put me in front of a very big challenge, but then internet was there for my safety. It saved me. I actually found out that there is a website called Metaverse Fashion Week, and there was something like Metaverse in the fashion industry which was going in. So I have just read a few reports, especially McKinsey's report on fashion industry and Metaverse in the fashion industry. These were the 2 reports that my entire presentation has been based on. And personally, I feel fashion is something, very much you see that fashion is something which I feel is, a kind of an lifestyle projection, which basically is showing affordability and exclusivity from a larger population kind of a thing. So in very crass terms, you say that fashion is bragging. Yes, it is kind of a thing. Okay, I have an Triumph Rocket 3R bike, which is 2500cc bike. Obviously I'm fashionable. Whether that solves you a purpose or in Mumbai road may not be that practical, but still I have it in my garage and I like to show it off. So what is happening is that more and more people from the Gen Z, more and more young kids from Gen Z, they're spending a large time in the digital world. And the need to be fashionable is always there at every point of time, correct? I mean, we had the need to be fashionable when we were growing up, when we were like young as they are. And currently they are spending a lot of time in the digital world. So there obviously lies a need to be fashionable in the digital world too. And Metaverse is probably giving them an option that they could choose their own avatars, own skins. They could really fashion themselves in, remodel themselves into, whatever they want to, and basically go ahead. And this is one great opportunity that they could also have those collectibles with them, which basically is what NFTs are providing them in that fashion metaverse at this point of time, in the digital fashion verse. So I have one NFT which I can wear on my avatar and go around in the metaverse, showcasing to my other friends who I am collaborating with, maybe playing a game in the metaverse or attending a class in the metaverse. But I have that NFT as a collectible and wearable on me is fashionable, correct? So that's the kind of a thing. So the entire concept of I mean, bragging over my possessions is now becoming digital, and metaverse and NFT and Web3 is making that happen. So that is something which is what I noticed is happening. And thing is that, like what I was saying is that this personal expression or bragging, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm using that term over again, not in a negative context though. But let's say, I mean, I don't have a better word for it. That's why, I mean, personal expression, you can say, I mean, personal expression is what is important to everybody. I mean, not only in Gen Z, it's only Gen Z because that's happening in the virtual world. They are spending more, one third of their life in the digital world, more than 8 hours that we have seen. Okay. So, and fashion is one of the top three categories in which they are seeking to splurge themselves or treat themselves and take themselves into that zone. And the brands which are providing them opportunity to do so at this point of time. So we have Benetton, which is opening a metaverse store. So this is one of the metaverse store pictures of Benetton and the news which they ran uh, in February 2022. They opened a store in Milan, and simultaneously there was a metaverse launch of the same thing. So these things are happening. And uh, see, the thing is that the digital world is basically a second world for all of us, or mostly these young people. Okay. And the need to express yourself there is also there. Okay. So basically, what we are trying to say, or what the fashion industry is trying to say, as per the Bookie's chief marketing officer, Robert Dreyfus, is that there is probably an underestimation to the value of being attached to individuals who are wanting to express themselves in a virtual world with the virtual product through a virtual persona. So if I have a digital avatar today, let me say, I'll try to have something which has got 8-pack abs, can, I mean, flaunt themselves with whatever I don't have in the real world. Basically, I could, create something over there and flaunt myself over there in the digital world, in that kind of a thing. That need is there. And this digital world is actually very addictive, because it is giving them an opportunity to realize those things very quickly, and therefore it is creating that kind of an attachment, is creating that kind of an affinity for them to move more and more towards into that world, away from the digital world. And also the kind of things that they can do over there is tremendous. It's very thing, and the positive reinforcement is instant in the digital world than the real world. So basically, I mean, more and more we move towards virtual reality, we get into that immersive experience, which is giving us an instant positive feedback, providing us with an escape route to whatever problems that we are facing at this point of time, and makes our life much more easier, isn't it? And it also is now allowing us to do a plethora of other things, attend meetings, join classes, go to play some games, sports even, watch sports, and so on and so forth. Why not fashion? So fashion week is happening in metaverse. It means that, okay, things are getting fashionable out there. And it is just not clothing. It is just not, let's say, for example, a piece of shoe or something like that. Those things are always there. But then again, let's say, executing a game in the best possible manner and then getting celebrated by your virtual buddies is also a kind of fashion, correct? So that's also kind of an engagement. And these things are becoming more and more product oriented, more and more, immersive experience is being provided with an instant feedback, so that people are getting more and more immersed into it. The idea is that we are having a much more of an digital world around us today, with this virtual reality, augmented reality, this mixed reality kind of an devices, and the metaverse which is coming by. Then uh, Gookie is moving into metaverse. This is what we are seeing. They are addressing these needs through Gen Z, fashionable avatars in Roblox. That's a game. Roblox is a game, and Gookie has built a metaverse garden over there where people can go and wear these skins. So what we are seeing is that in the gaming industry, while people are engaged, they also need to emphasize themselves. They also need to re-emphasize their digital identity somewhere, their digital avatar somewhere, and their fashion is moving. You know, uh, and if you see these Ralph Lauren along with Zepto, so they are basically saying that okay, uh, today these skins, or these are exclusive products, these are exclusive skins to your digital avatars who are playing in the game. Now you can have a Ralph Lauren skin. It might cost you something, but people are really going for it because that's the brag that we are talking about. Well, I could afford it. I have won this many Ethereums in the game. Now I can spend some Ethereum to get a Ralph Lauren skin, which nobody else has. Just think of that kind of an thought. So basically the fashion industry is moving in, not only in the apparel segment, or giving what Louis Vuitton is doing over there, like opening a metaverse store where people can go in, check the products, do the shopping digitally, or shoes, what Simon said that he was doing. So they're creating products, 3D printing the products in the metaverse where people can go experience it and things like that. But the fashion industry is also moving into the gaming industry, which is $176 billion industry at this point of time, and is expected to move to about $400 billion industry by 2025. And they are utilizing this opportunity in the form of giving away, those premium skins, branded premium skins to the players. So that is one segment. Then again, you see over here, Balenciaga, another fashion uh, giant. They have gone into, Fortnite, and they have started, dropping this NFTs to people in Fortnite. So if you have Balenciaga skins in the Fortnite game, it is considered to be something which is really good. And another thing which is happening out here is that the AI and AR, the artificial intelligence and the augmented reality, uh, are basically opening up these opportunities uh, for the fashion industries to leverage on virtual fashion. So the way we are seeing Balaclava, what they are doing is that they are creating the gameware which is on the real world also. So basically, if you go and purchase an 8x gameware from Balaclava, they are not only giving you the actual product, but they are also dropping an NFT of the product at your wallet. So now what happens is that you can now have an balaclava which you are wearing in the real world, Also in your digital world, you can be wearing that balaclava jacket, and that could, be designed the way you look. If you're fat, if you have a fat avatar, if you have a, thin avatar, dark avatar, whatever. Okay, so you can have these 3D virtual models and other things, 360-degree views, and all these things you can put over there. You can also kind of look at how your balaclava will be looking like on you, and thereafter decide on the model that you want to present to, that you want to purchase, and things like that. So these are some of the interesting things which is happening in the metaverse and fashion world today. Another thing which is happening is the NFT. So like what Simon also mentioned this, that Burberry, it was a big event. Burberry started dropping their NFT collections in Mythical Games Blank Loss Block Party. Okay. So these things are happening, that unique assets are being created in the Web3 through these digital metaverse fashion NFTs, and authenticity and ownership of these things are verified on blockchain, which are bought, sold, and exchanged in the metaverse, often with cryptocurrency. So this is the world the Gen Z is actually moving into, and these are the things which are actually happening out there. Now, there's some people who are arguing that NFTs are potentially revolutionary, fundamentally going to change the digital ownership, creative structures, creative economy, how we view money even. So this is something which is going on, which is the talk of the town at this point of time. And we have seen how digital arts are being created. One of the digital arts created by people was sold at like $69 million kind of an event last to last year, I guess. Then we are seeing Nike bringing a digital art platform, collaborated digital art as an NFT on their platform, and things like that happening. So this space is actually drawing some eyeballs, some serious money as well. And probably this is going to kind of develop that kind of a value also, which will be appreciated by the uh, digital world. And the and fashion perhaps has got a lot to do in that area. Again, the NFTs can be used to basically use as collectibles or authenticated products in their own right. And gaming again is something which is using that in a very intensive manner. Again, you see this Louis Vuitton, they have gone ahead, launched a game for collective with collectible NFTs into it. This is designed partially by people for its 200th anniversary. Again, these are like a lot of marketing, and try on models and things like that. How would you look, and things are going on. And this digital fashion or digital stores, and a lot of significant revenue streams can be brought out into this fashion industry through metaverse. Monetization opportunities are likely to be likely to be something where two of the things will be matching. One is how much spending power the Gen Z has, or the people who have the current spending power as of today, how much of a digital presence that they have, that they need to have a social presence in the digital world, and they need to brag about their social presence in the digital world. So these are the two factors, basically: how much time that they are spending digitally, what is their social circle in the digital sphere, and how much money do they have to spend so as to kind of uh, get an acknowledgement over there. These are some of the things which will determine how much of an revenue will be generated, or how the monetization model for these fashion markets will happen in that. But definitely there is a huge potential, and that is something, it will be there. But one thing is for sure, that Metaverse is one medium which has got a tremendous customer engagement, and this metaverse, which is then expressed through the AR, VR kind of a thing, uh, is much better than the e-commerce things that we have today. And probably it will, I mean, today's Flipkarts and Amazons, they will grow into what we are talking of, Louis Vuitton, or those things. And we see a little bit of an artificial intelligence come into Lenscart when we are trying to see how our face looks with that particular spectacle frame on. And probably in the metaverse tomorrow, we will be able to wear those particular clothes, try them on, see how they are fitting, experience them virtually, and then go by making that purchase decision. So luxury brands, retailers, consumers, great opportunity for everyone coming ahead. That's what the metaverse is for you. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please try not to ask questions about fashion.
So yes, Ajoy, we have two questions that have come up. So the first question is, what is the point of digital clothes? I'm sure you have an interesting answer for that.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do you mean by digital clothes? Digital apparel skins?
Yeah.
Avatar skins?
Exactly.
Like I said, I mean, avatar skins are, again, I mean, a point of bragging. So if you're like playing the Decentraland Mana game, and if you have a Louis Vuitton outfit, digital skin to show off among your friends, it makes your digital dating more interesting, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It makes you look more better than what you actually are.
Yeah, your avatar makes you look much more better. I'm so much waiting for my metaverse avatar to come.
I can believe that. So yes, so I think the point of digital clothing is very important, because also I think a lot of brand stores have even started this online option where you can put on a lipstick and see how it looks on your skin. I even know of a lot of hair salons where they give you an option of how you're going to look after the haircut.
Correct.
This is definitely going to help us a lot. So I think digital clothing is very important in near future. Yes, it is. So I think that answered the question. The second question that we have is, how does Metaverse influence fashion?
You see, I mean, what is Metaverse? Basically, it's a concept of an immersive virtual reality, correct? So it's a digital world which is so immersive in nature that the feedback that you're getting from the digital world is almost real time. Okay. Now, once you're immersed into that experience and you are interacting with the digital avatars of others in an holographic mode, in that kind of a thing, uh, it almost imitates the real world, correct? Metaverse is basically an imitation of the real world which is there. Now, there are two things. One is whether you are participating in a closed metaverse kind of a thing, like Google-based metaverse, or Microsoft metaverse, or metaverse, then they have the control over what you get to see, how you behave, how you control, and things like that. But there's another part of it, which is basically the open metaverse or the Web3 metaverse, which is like a metaverse which is created by the DAOs and the D apps, which is what we just saw the effort of Simon is one such effort, like participating into a DAO-based metaverse in which there is a meta reality and things like that. Now, when you are in the DAO-based or an open metaverse kind of a thing, what happens is that you can also become a creator and participate into the creator economy. Now, there's some very interesting data which comes into play over here. Number one is that if we look at, I did some digging of numbers to understand the fashion industry today. If you see what the customer pays and what the creator gets, there's a huge gap. So the actual creator, he might be getting only 12% of what the customer is paid. And this industry supply chain is such that it is a big, large, oligopolized supply chain. So all these Louis Vuitton or Ralph Lauren, Benetton, all these brands that we see, they are basically collectors. They are collectors. The creators could be individuals who are contributing to this brand or engaged by these brands to contribute their design ideas to them. And whatever the customer is paying is only a small portion is going to. Now, with this metaverse, we can also see that a large number of interesting individual designers come up, who basically are not represented by big brands, and therefore they do not get that kind of a publicity, or are represented by these big brands which dilute their individual identity. And perhaps then the cost to customer will also come down, and the percentage of what the customer pays going to the creator will also go up. In a way, this is going to be very encouraging for the entire industry as such at large. So the creator economy will definitely have a big gain from this metaverse and fashion in metaverse. This much we can, we can anticipate.
Sure. Thank you so much, Ajoy. That was very informative. I know you've done a lot of research specifically for this session today. I really appreciate that. And I would like to thank you and the wonderful audience who've shown interest in learning and making informed decisions before entering the crypto and the metaverse market. I would also request all the crypto enthusiasts to kindly download the Crypto Wire today, if not done already, and be a part of the global running. We would request all of you to please share your valuable feedbacks on the sessions. This helps us enhance our sessions better. Thank you for attending the webinar. We hope all the participants had a great time. We will now be having a session on the 28th of this month, and this session is going to be covering a very interesting and informative topic, IC15. So I would request all of you all to be a part of the session. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks, Ajoy.
Thank you. Take
Really
care. Bye-bye.
appreciate your efforts. Thank you.